Hello, it's Maya. Welcome to Maia Letitia Fitness, and today we're going to be talking all about the glute bridge. So this is one of my favorite exercises. It's a really great foundational exercise and something really great to be including in any program. So anywhere from beginner to advanced, you can work with this exercise. It's such a great one to really activate everything through the posterior chain, especially the glutes. Okay, so let's start off with the first exercise, which is just the basic glute bridge. So this is an excellent exercise, as I said, for really activating the glutes and something great to be including in a beginner program, especially if you find yourself, sitting a lot of the day, if your glutes maybe aren't as strong as they need to be. This is a great one to get started with. And it's an easy one to do because all we need is the floor. So we don't need any other equipment. It's very simple to do anywhere. So let's go through form and technique on this one. So we're going to be lying onto our back here. What we're going to do with our hands, we can either have them flat on the floor or we can have them bent kind of at 90 degrees so our arms are pressed into the mat here. Now the other thing we want to make sure we're doing is our head is staying nice and neutral. We don't want our head extended. We want to be chin tucked a little bit. Feet are pressed into the floor here. And now this distance kind of can vary a little bit. You want to find a spot that feels comfortable. We don't want to be too close to our butt or else we're going to end up using our quads a lot more. So kind of, I find just, about a foot away from my glutes is where it's comfortable for me. And the other thing we want to think about doing is keeping the rib cage slightly pulled down. So you want to envision keeping your core pulled in and your rib cage is pulled down so that our back is not arching up off the floor. From here, what we're going to do is press through our feet. We're going to squeeze our glutes to drive our hips up towards the ceiling. Now, the key with this here in this position is that we're coming to full hip extension, but we're not overextending. So I'm not coming into a hyperextension movement with my back. I'm just coming up to neutral, and then I'm lowering back down to the floor. So I'm driving through my feet, squeezing the glutes nice and tight here to neutral, and then coming right back down to the floor. Now the other thing to watch is the foot position here. So we want to make sure that the majority of the weight's going through those heels as opposed to our toes. So we don't want to be pushing through our toes here. We want to think about more through the heels and midfoot. And some people actually prefer to do them and feel it better through the glutes with the heels lifted. The toes lifted. So you can always do it that way if that feels more comfortable as well. Now, in terms of feet together, feet apart, again, that's going to vary depending on the person. So play around with it a little bit. I generally just like kind of a shoulder distance stance, and that's what feels best for me. We want to make sure that the knees keep tracking with the toes though, so we don't want them flaring out or caving in as we're doing the bridge. All right, so that's the first one, the regular glute bridge.